This week on 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, the weather is hot and preseason football is even hotter. You'll see Merced taking on Monterey Trail. Buhach Colony faces Lincoln and Woodland battles Del Campo.
Volleyball action includes the Central Catholic Raiders taking on St. Mary's. We jump into the pool, and boy did that feel good. For Davis and Downey water polo, and you'll meet the Whitney volleyball player aspiring for a life on Broadway. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Bronstein. We start tonight in Elk Grove where the Sheldon Huskies maintain their undefeated streak heading into week 4 of the season. Devin Green has 6 rushing touchdowns for the 3-0 Huskies, averaging almost 200 yards a game on the ground.
Sheldon facing the Akalanes Dons from the North Coast section. Akalanes led by longtime head coach Floyd Merced. A very good Dons team facing Sheldon on Friday this week.
The Sheldon band out in full force there to root on the Huskies as they face Akalanes Friday. Sheldon finds itself in an early 2-score hole. Sully Bailey with a short pass to Trevor Rogers. A stiff arm, and Rogers is off. The Dons go on top 13-0 after quarter 1. The Huskies at midfield in the second quarter hand it off to Devin Green and watch the slick running back slide past everyone. On his way in for 6, Sheldon would lead it 14-13 at the half. In the third, Huskies wanting to extend that lead, but out of nowhere, Jack Giorgiani ruled an incomplete pass, and here comes the Dons offense. Akalanes has 2 junior quarterbacks. Jack Baselli is in the second half. That pass finds Jake Takeuchi in stride. The drive ending in an Aka touchdown. 2-point conversion makes it 21-14. The following Sheldon drive for Rennie Fa'anati goes through the line nearly untouched, brought down 25 yards later. The drive ends here. Husky QB1 Josiah Machado bouncing around in and out of the pocket before giving Tyler Lomax enough time to get free in the end zone. Lomax hauls it in. We are tied at 21 heading into the final quarter. Machado rolling to his right. He has his eyes set on Scott Nixon, and that is a spectacular grab by Nixon. Sheldon scores a few plays later, so it's the Huskies back on top. But never more than a 1-score game. Who's it going to be on top here? That's Baselli to Rogers, and it gives the Dons 6 more. Point after is no good. 28-27 Huskies. But don't hold your breath. Here are the Huskies on the next possession. Machado to Lomax, and have a game. Tylen ruled down at the 1-yard line. Now most teams would muscle their way in from the 1-yard line, but there's so much faith in this Machado-Lomax duo. They haul it in for the score, 35-27. 5 minutes to go. Baselli in the flat to Ethan Torres, and then the receiver launches it downfield to Tyler Rogers. A double pass, and Rogers won't be denied the 2-point conversion. We are tied once again. 3 minutes later, the Dons decide to run this one. Ellis Berger with a big game, 116 yards on the ground. This is a 55-yard run that puts this game on ice. Whew! Akalanes wins the thriller 42-35, and that's how you start off the show.
Out to Roseville for some Thursday night football as rival Lincoln comes into town. I'm Mark Willis. The Zebras flexing their muscles early on as Alex Barrows picks off the pass and takes it all the way to the 1-yard line. It's the only second play of the game, and that sets up this 1-yard run for the Air Force-bound commit Ryan Henning. 6-0 Zebras. In the second quarter, Roseville comes back. Brandon Graydon pulls the ball back, fakes out the defense, and throws it up to a wide-open Nick Marcaglioso for a 26-yard touchdown. Lincoln's up 1. Then Lincoln marches right down the throats of the Tigers, and again, Henning's up the middle. He can't be stopped. Barrels his way in. With 27 seconds to go in the first half, Roseville gets another opportunity. Graydon takes himself, and he's in. Tigers up 19-16 in the third quarter, and this is where it gets fun. Thomas Mukai goes up top to Hayden Dotson for a 19-yard touchdown, 23-19 Zebras. Zebras with the lead. Now it's Roseville's turn, and they decide to roll out Brandon. Graydon looks like he's the keeper all the way, and good thing it was for the Tigers as Graydon fights his way all the way down inside the 5-yard line. A fantastic run by the senior. That sets up this touchdown pass by Graydon to Aaron Salas. As the run fake option looks great there, Brandon throws off his back foot for the score. Mukai was like, that's fine, we got a guy of our own. It's Henning rushing in for his third score of the night, 30-26 Zebras. Roseville's like, we got a guy too. They call Brandon's number once again, and he's in from a few yards out, 33-30 Tigers with the lead. Roseville with the ball once again, under 4 minutes to go. And on third down, Graydon runs the spin, stiff arm, all that fun stuff. The man will not be denied, and he's in for a 5th score of the night. 3 scores from the ground using his legs, and 2 from the air. And that would do it as the Tigers pull out the victory. We caught up with Graydon after the game.
I think everything was different after the loss. I think all week we had been working hard. We had a great practice on Tuesday, even in the heat. I think, we take things to heart and we take things personal. We came back and did what Roseville does.
Nick Pecoraro with some Thursday night volleyball. St. Francis looking for a statement win with our top-ranked Oak Ridge Trojans in town. Here we go, the Trubies come out firing as Mila Stojakovic throws it down to give St. Francis an early lead, but the Trojans respond early and often. Kate Fagundes sets Emily Child, who puts it away off the block, and then Elle Weaver would take over the first set. Here she is providing some offense, and if you're a fan of defense, she's got that too. That's on back-to-back plays, by the way. Trojans take set 1, 25-19. To the second, St. Francis getting a little defensive now. Caroline Foraker teams up with Amanda Silber to deny a Trojan attack. And then Sophia Garza with the soft touch. But look at Jess Ortiz on the floor with a pancake. Nice play, but Garza finishes the point. Truby still have some work to do. Ortiz on the serve now for Oak Ridge. That ball hugs the line. Back-to-back aces for Ortiz pushes Oak Ridge to a 25-17 win. To the third, senior Maddie Walker just tomahawks this one off the block. But St. Francis is putting up a fight. Caroline Foraker smashes one right through the defense, but Oak Ridge answers again. Fagundes to Leilani Yang to Emily Child. Child, please. Oak Ridge playing from behind now. Fagundes again hits the deck to keep this rally alive, but it's Jackie Smith with the dig, Kelsey Magley with the set, and sweet Caroline gets all spicy with this swing. St. Francis led as late as 17-14, but the back row hustle from Fagundes kept Oak Ridge steady. Avery Town feeds Elle Weaver, and we're knotted at 20, but Oak Ridge pulls away as Alyssa Anderson gets this point to drop. The Trojans sweep their way to a 9-0 start to the season.
I think we're just eager to beat what we did last year, show everyone that we're a new team, but we're one that's willing to advance as far as possible. We have a really deep lineup this year. Each player on the team is really capable of greatness, so I think we can go farther than we did last year.
We head down to Modesto where the Davis Spartans and Downey Knights square off in the pool. A 106-degree day. Everyone wishes they were in the pool. Braden Reese on a breakaway. Braden gets control and skips it into the net. Davis has the first lead. Jack Fisher now launching it way up ahead to Elijah Vasquez. Elijah lobs it in, nice and easy, up and in, but the Knights tied up at 2 with a minute and a half left in the first quarter. Jack Buzzini to Keanu Laulagi, back to Jack, who one times it home. It remains 2-2 until midway through the second quarter. The lefty, Gavin Lind, with a spectacular shot that sneaks inside the post. And in the closing seconds of the first half, this time it's Lind with a great assist. Gavin sees a wide open Buzzini. One time for a good time. Jack makes it a 4-2 game heading into the second half. The Knights keep that momentum in the third quarter. Laulagi takes a shot. Fisher comes up with a fantastic save, but Saga for Sheldon gets the ricochet, and that's a goal for the junior. The Knights take a 3-goal lead. Just 20 seconds later, Laulagi to Buzzini. Jack with a game-high 4 goals. Davis looking to cut into that Downey lead. Fisher leading Trelson Van Horn to the rack. Trelson ducks under the water to escape pressure and shoots it past 2 Knights on its way in for the goal. But this game belongs to Downey. Andrew Silveria to Lind. Lind gets it back to Andrew, and that shot cannot be stopped. High fives all around as the Knights cruise to a 9-5 win over Davis. We will have highlights of the girls matchup later on in the show.
Each week this season, Roseville Hyundai brings us the Players of the Week. Our first Player of the Week is Carter Jackson from Granite Bay. Carter ran for over 300 yards on 39 carries, scoring a total of 5 times. The Grizzlies were able to inch out a 9-point win over Vista del Lago thanks to Carter's efforts.
That is a big game. Our second Roseville Hyundai Player of the Week is Arthur Drager from Liberty Ranch. Arthur averaged over 12 yards a carry in the Hawks' victory over Linden last week. He tallied up a total of 201 yards on 21 carries, scoring 2 times. Arthur Drager and Carter Jackson, this week's Roseville Hyundai Players of the Week.
SMUD is leading the nation in clean power, so each week SMUD shows us how to save energy.
Here is this week's Clean Power City Tip, powered by SMUD.
My name is Dylan Saucedo from Casa High School, and here's this week's Clean Power City Tip. Volunteer for cleanups in your community. A cleaner community is a healthier and more beautiful community. SMUD is leading the nation in clean power. Learn more at cleanpowercity.org.
Coming up, our first Sun Power Electric game, Buhach Colony takes on Lincoln of Stockton.
Then it's Davis and Sheldon on the hardwood when 49ers Sac-Hi Sports returns.
Summer's in full swing. Remember, SMUD's peak hours are 5 to 8 p.m. weekdays when electricity use is the highest. Shift some of your electricity usage to mid and off-peak hours when it costs less and renewable energy is plentiful. It's good for your bill, protects the environment, and helps our community too. Let's work together to save energy this summer. Learn more at smud.org/time of day.
Commitment, performance, pride. Roseville Hyundai is thrilled to be the feature sponsor of this week's Sac-Hi Players of the Week. We take great pride in recognizing each of your accomplishments as part of our continued effort to support the community. Come see the electrifying new lineup at Roseville Hyundai. From EVs and hybrids to our fuel cell vehicle Hyundai Nexo, we've got you covered. Claim yours today.
Score that touchdown and run it up again. Score that touchdown and run it up again. SF Niners, we just win. SF Niners, we just win. I'm from that field, I'm from that field. 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 I'm from that field.
We're back at the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium with our first Sun Power Electric game. Buhach Colony played a thrilling game against Enox last week, beating the Eagles in a shootout 54-51.
That was a basketball game?
Yeah, about.
It's very similar. The Thunder look to ride that high, taking on Lincoln of Stockton this week. The Trojans graduating many key players last season, but still have some talented guys. Buhach Colony and Lincoln squaring off in the Sun Power Electric game. Our Mark Willis was there.
Electric game.
Hey guys, yeah, Buhach Colony and Lincoln get together in week 4. Lincoln's going to need to be disciplined on defense and execute on offense. Buhach Colony does a great job of picking apart teams that are not disciplined on defense. For Buhach Colony, they're off to a good start with wins over Gogori and Enox. The Thunder also have a huge success in running the ball. 9 players have carried the load, but no one's touched it more than number 2, Jackson Percoats, who has rushed over 500 yards in 3 games. As for Lincoln, quarterback Kenyon Nelson is a good dual threat option, and look for Jordan Thomas to pick up some extra responsibilities in moving the ball down the field. All right, so let's go find out who's going to stop the ball and get to the Sun Power Electric game. It's superhero night out in Stockton as the Trojans and Lincoln host the Buhach Colony, and you already knew that because of my introduction like 30 seconds ago. Speaking of superheroes, this guy was great. Kenyon Martin played like one tonight. Here he goes up top to his wideout Damian Amora Jordan Boozer, who catches his 25-yard TD. After the Thunder gets the field goal attempt blocked, the very next play, Nelson swings it out to Tyrone Deloney, who e-breaks the defender, heads upfield, and gets some blocking, does the rest as he scoots his way into the end zone. For the score, it's a 56-yard touchdown, 13-0 Trojans. With time winding down in the first quarter, Nelson keeps it himself. Down the sideline he goes. I don't know how he stays in bounds, but he does. He gets inside the 10-yard line for the Trojans. Same drive, second quarter. Nelson rolls out and connects with Mason DeGilio for a 7-yard score. They get the 2-point conversion, and it's 21-0. Under a minute ago until halftime, DeGilio is able to punch it in from a few yards out, and the Trojans lead it 28-0 at the half. Lincoln getting its feature back in the mix now as Nelson dumps it off to Jordan Thomas. And look at the guy go with the rock. Heading upfield, picking up chunks of yards before getting knocked out. That play will lead to this. Elijah Cordero with the end around, and he slices his way into the zone from 7 yards out. Lincoln's defense was great all night long as Tristan Walker steps in front of this pass, and he gets the turnover for the Trojans. Fourth quarter now, Martin Tomko is in for the Trojans, and he throws a great ball to Damian Omori Jordan Boozer. Say that a few times. He knows what to do with it as Boozer goes the distance, and he would do that. So, the dishes are also done, man, and the Trojans win by 36. We caught up with Nelson after the game.
It was just all week. We was just preparing for today, coming together as a team, as a brotherhood, and doing what we got to do, and that's executing, that's completing plays, that's playing all the way through the whistle, and just doing us. And we got the coaches to do it and the athletes, so we just went out here and did it.
In Stockton, for the SunPower Electric game, I'm Mark Willis, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. Over to Sheldon High School, where the Huskies open up the Delta League with Davis Blue Devils. I'm Mark Willis. Davis comes in winners of 9 of the first 11 games, and they jump out to an early lead here. Maya Delaney to Tessa Schouten, and the junior puts this one away for the score. Sheldon responds. Alyssa Williams to Victoria Martin over to the outside here. Malaya Adams, and she scores the back row winner. Davis handles the Huskies' attack and is able to settle the team down for an opening set battle. Malaya Delaney sets Nicole Rich, who places it for the score. Davis goes on to take the first set. In set 2, Huskies come out strong. Here's the set by Martin over to the strong hitter. It's going to be Malaya Adams smoking the one down the line. Back and forth we go. Now it's Davis's turn as Resch sets up Sundin away from the net. She smacks it over everyone and scores it for the Blue Devils. Later in the second, Tessa with the serve for Davis, but a nice play by Sophia Aban. Kind of her job here, I know, but look at the shot. It's a whole new way of scoring a point. Huskies make it close, but Davis is able to hold on as Resch sets up Elena Sundin on the outside, and the Blue Devils take the second set. In the third set, just look at the way Malaya Adams from Sheldon can get up and punish the ball. Davis now in the attack as Nicole Risch sets up Marlena Van Boxel. Her shot is dug out by Sheldon, but it turns up to be a perfect ball for Schouten, and she puts it away. Davis was too much on the night for Sheldon here. Tessa Schouten with the save to Lena Sundin, who hits it over towards Michelle Kang, changes the shot of the pace, and that's just enough for the winner as the Blue Devils go on to win in 3 straight sets. It's looking good early on.
Coming up, Kennedy plays host to El Camino.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section Top 10 Girls Volleyball Poll presented by Tracy Toyota.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
At Tracy Toyota, we're not just devoted to selling cars. We're committed to our community. We're donating $100,000 to help local organizations in Tracy. We call it Champions Thanking Heroes, like the Tracy Family Resource Center, who serve the local community. To reach our goal, we'll donate $50 for every vehicle sold. Check out our great lineup of new Toyotas. Our certified used cars come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Brought your baseball glove to basketball practice, but turned out to be football practice? Game on, junk sleep. During Mattress Firm's Labor Day sale, get a king for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin and save up to $700. Plus, a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase. You can't put a price on good sleep, but it's better on sale. Mattress Firm.
Ian Olson coming to you from Kennedy High School, where the Cougars are set to take on El Camino. With El Camino driving, Eagle running back Abdul Rashid Tanko Jr. goes off tackle and uses his speed for a 15-yard gain. Later in the drive, the El Camino QB rolls right and throws downfield, but Andre Torres intercepts the pass to kill the drive and give the Cougar offense another shot. On 4th and 3, Jaden Merced finds a hole, breaks the tackle, and rips his way down the sideline for a 35-yard gain. With the Cougars knocking on the door, Frank LaLure brings the ball carrier down in the backfield, and the El Camino defense steps up to produce a critical stop. After a scoreless first half, we pick things up in the third quarter. Elijah Serrano slings it over the middle to Kavion Henderson, who goes up top to make the grab, breaks a tackle, and races into the end zone, putting El Camino ahead 7-0. The Cougars go deep on their next possession, but Santiago Mendoza is all over it, ending the drive and keeping Kennedy scoreless. Serrano takes another shot downfield. Can he find his man again? You bet. Henderson makes the catch in stride, streaking down the sideline and into the end zone. That gives the Eagles a 2-score lead. Now it's time for El Camino to display its blue-collar defense. Damian Rosenthal takes down the Cougar ball carrier immediately after catching the pitch, and with 5 minutes left, the quarterback tries to keep it himself, but Leilua shakes off his blocker to make the sack and preserve the shutout for the Eagles. El Camino gains the road win, defeating Kennedy 14-zip with 2 TD connections between Serrano and Henderson.
Every week we bring you the stories of athletes who inspire us.
Morgan Kasil from Whitney High School keeps busy doing a number of different activities off the volleyball court. Our Nick Pecoraro tells us Morgan has a bright future on the stage.
Electric game.
Lights, camera, action. There's something theatrical about the Whitney High girls volleyball team in Rockland this year.
We're a pretty solid team. We have 11 returning. 9 of my returners are seniors. They've all played together for years, so they're definitely connected and we're ready to go.
And with a handful of returning Division I commits,
this team has a shot at going really far.
The Wildcats are looking to put their names back up on the marquee.
Obviously, every game is going to be a battle, but that's volleyball. Yeah.
In the midst of this Whitney team, you'll find senior Morgan Kasil, who is described as the team's heart and spirit.
She is crazy. She is like very fun, very theatrical.
Morgan is an intense kid, but also the cheerleader, kind of the spirit, the spunk.
She'll always help you, tell you what you're doing wrong if you ask her, and she'll always pay attention. She's always there for you. She's amazing.
While Morgan excels in her role off the bench in volleyball, she shines in much larger roles on a different stage.
I've been singing since I was 7, so I started doing vocal training in the contemporary style, and then I got told I had a musical theater voice, so that they transitioned me, and it started with that, and then it transitioned into musical theater singing. It's transitioned to loving acting and dancing and just musical theater in general.
Morgan's presence as a performer immediately caught the attention of the Whitney theater director.
She was balancing having to go work volleyball games and trying to come to rehearsal, and it actually wasn't going very well. She was missing some rehearsals, and I was like, I don't know about this girl. I don't know if this is really gonna work out. But sometimes, you know, there's certain people that just, you want them around. The next semester, she got up and did an audition where she sang, and myself and the other directors there were like, oh. Had no idea. It was amazing.
Morgan's had several starring roles, including High School Musical, Macbeth, and The Sound of Music.
Watching her in theater brings me to tears because she's so good at what she does. I pretty much cry every performance.
She's there. She really has that professional quality that people are looking for. she makes my job so much easier and better, and I learn from her. So it's like I can put her in charge of stuff, and I can step back, and I can trust that, like, it's all good.
Okay, so we've got peer teacher, varsity volleyball player, multi-talented singer and stage actor. She also takes AP courses, performs at the local community theater, and coaches 4th grade club volleyball on the weekends. Anything I'm forgetting?
She's a party princess. Like, she dresses up as a princess, and then she goes to birthday parties and like sings and acts as that princess.
Yeah, I'm a party princess. I think it's the best job in the world, although I get made fun of for it all the time. So getting to dress up like all the princesses and sing to children, like, it's better than like washing dishes. I want to start with musical theater and Broadway and stuff. I would like to transition into film. That would be the ideal goal.
I do know she's going to be on stage somewhere, and she's going to be successful at that. And I just hope that she can be an example for other students, that you can be really dedicated to something, and this can be your #1 thing, and you can be really successful at it, but you can do other things as well. And those other things will actually help you to do well with the thing that matters to you a lot.
Reporting from Rockland, Nick Pecoraro, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Morgan's next production at Whitney High School is Little Women. Morgan is a well-rounded student athlete. Everyone who knows her believes she does have a bright future on the stage on Broadway. She is fantastic.
We gotta watch her.
Yeah.
This season, Service Champions Heating and Air Conditioning is shining a spotlight on athletes who give it all on the field and give back to their schools.
In this week's Service Champion Student Spotlight, we feature Mackenzie Leckler from Ripon High School. Mackenzie is ASB president and a member of the varsity volleyball and basketball teams at Ripon. She is also a member of the Yoga Club and is a 2022 princess in Ripon's annual Almond Blossom Pageant. Congratulations, Mackenzie. Coming up, the U.S. Army Game of the Week as Merced takes on Monterey Trail.
Then we have Ponderosa and Granite Bay in girls volleyball. But first, here's this week's Spirit Corner featuring the cheer team from Oakland.
Young Tommy was born a champion and always up for a challenge. He pursued the patience, persistence, and problem-solving skills he still uses today at Service Champions. We're now offering $88 AC tune-ups with a free water heater safety inspection. High-five service, champion attitude. Your comfort is a puzzle that Service Champions will solve. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Score that touchdown and run it up again. Score that touchdown and run it up again. SF9ers, we just win. SF9ers, we just win. I'm from that field, I'm from that field. 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 I'm from that field.
49ers Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Medicine, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics, and by SunPower, a proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers.
Monterey Trail plays probably the toughest preseason schedule of any team in the area. The Mustangs opening their season facing Folsom, De La Salle and St. Francis of Mountain View, the Mustangs enter their final preseason game with a 1-2 record, looking to make it 2-2 as the Mustangs face Merced.
Yeah, that's right. That was a big win for Monterey Trail last week. Merced looking to even up its record at 2-2 after a hard preseason schedule. The Bears making it all the way to the section title game last season and taking the 100-mile drive north Friday night to face Monterey Trail.
Nick Pecoraro here, Monterey Trail hosting Merced in our U.S. Army Game of the Week. Let's go. Ali Collier had a punt return touchdown called back, but on Monterey Trail's opening drive, he says, you ain't taking that away from me this time. 56-yard scoot puts the Mustangs up 7-0. And on the ensuing kickoff, Monterey Trail trying for a pooch kick, but Merced's Gilbert Estrada just steps up and slips right through the Mustangs. He takes it all the way back to the house, 50 yards, and all of a sudden we're locked up at 7. Bears get a turnover on downs and start driving again. Chase Smith out of the Wildcat takes it himself 32 yards into Mustang territory. That sets up a field goal and Merced leads 10-7 early in the second. Bears on the hunt again, but the Mustangs D steps up. Devon Chisholm just manhandles the ball right out of the QB's grasp and back to the house he goes. 14-10 Stangs. Chisholm recovered another fumble on the very next possession, setting up this 26-yard score from Jervin Navarro, the first of 2 TDs on the night for Swerve and Jervin. 21-10 Mustangs. Closing minutes of the half, Monterey Trail can air it out too. Vince Arcuri finds Eric Phillips for a 30-yard hookup. Mustangs lead 28-10 at the half. Third quarter, Arcuri with a short pass to Fata Puloka, and he just goes beast mode, taking on the whole team. Stiff arms, breaking tackles, doing his homework, getting his chores done. Nearly goes 1 on 11 to the house. He's finally dragged down at the 10, setting up a Mustang TD. Go ahead and flex after that play, Fata. And this is where the Mustangs put this game away. Dalen Ellis goes 55 yards to the crib. Ellis had 2 rushing scores of his own on Friday. Monterey Trail runs wild with a 49-16 victory. We had Strawberry from V101 and Kiss 107.9 catch up with the Mustangs after the game.
Fresh off their dominant victory at homes, I'm with Monterey Trail. These are the Mustangs right here, everybody. And let's talk to Devon Chisholm. Let's talk about the triple-digit heat wave going on all week. You had a practice in that. Then on game day, the wildfire smoke brings in. How is this affecting your gameplay, the heat and the smoke on the field?
It didn't affect us at all. We had to fight through adversity. Coach knew and all this, so find a way. That's what we did.
You guys got a great running team, and everybody's here is lungs burning, but the victory feels good, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to Big QB right here. Sorry, man. Let's go to Vince. Vince, you guys had a huge preseason, stacked up against a lot of dominant teams, and here we go, the opener. Does a hard preseason like that wear you guys out, or does it make you rise up?
No, it makes us rise up. The hard preseason really sets us up for the, it gives us a playoff experience early in the season, and it sets us up and gets us ready for the playoffs.
And man, that win felt good at home today, huh?
Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah, big win, big win. Let's talk to one of the guys who helped that win, Ali right here. A lot of seniors on this squad. Last year, we came up just shy on that title. Is that in the back of your mind going out on top this year? Is it on the bulletin board?
Nah, it was a disappointing game, but we got to move on and do what we do. So we come out here and ball out, and that's what.
We balled out. We balled out all night. My name is Strawberry. You can catch me on V101.1 and the new KISS 107.9. These are the Mustangs. Let's send them out with a victory cheer, fellas. Let's go.
Charles, 3 balls, 6, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
My God, thank you. Thank you, man.
Ponderosa comes into Granite Bay, winners of the first 4 of 5 games. In Granite Bay, the winners of the last 4 matches square off. I'm Mark Willis. Granite Bay jumps out to the big lead early on as Sky DeGilio with the soft set over to Lucy Harbner, who places it in the open space, 7-1 Grizzlies. But Ponderosa has a pretty special team up Highway 50 this year. Here's AJ Sikowski, assisted by Brent Escobar with the kill, and the Bruins were all the way back and lead at 11-10. Now on set point for Pondo, and AJ gets up and knocks away the would-be set for GB and scores it for Pondo. They take the first one, 25-19. On to the second set. Pondo goes up 5 here. This bump by Sam Hawley to Ryland Hooker, who sets up Paige Skinner all the way in the corner, and she knows what to do with that one. Down the line for the point. More from Sikowski, and Skinner has the 2 hookup this time, and it's Skinner getting another Bruins point for Granite Bay. in the black as DeGilio sending it to Abby Haas, who scores it for the Grizzlies, and they trail by 8. But in the third we go. Ponderosa leads 2-0, and something tells me that Curate Lewis played some soccer at some point in her life. Here's Lewis doing what she really knows how to do, and that's set up her teammate Rylan Hooker with the kill for Pondo. Granite Bay down but not out as the Grizzlies put a little rally together. Malia Pilmia smokes this one off the defense for the score. But it was Pondo's night as Holly to Hooker over to Skinner, whose kill shot does in GB, and the dishes are done, man. Ponderosa with the impressive 3 straight set victory. AJ, your thoughts?
We'd come in hoping we'd win, but we didn't know. We knew it was going to be a tough dogfight, and it was. We got out of here in 3, so overall, we're just really proud of ourselves.
Stanford Medicine brings us great advice for athletes each week.
Here's Dr. Joseph Donnelly with this week's tip.
The ACL is located centrally within the knee joint and plays a critical role in rotational stability during athletic play. It is often injured with a non-contact twisting motion. Players describe feeling a painful pop and develop swelling, and note instability in the knee during twisting activities. Treatment requires reconstruction surgery using a tendon graft, and successful surgical outcomes are determined by many different factors, but the timing of return to sports may be the most important. Most athletes return to their sport around 1 year from surgery once they have passed return to play testing.
Coming up, Central Catholic and St. Mary's square off on the hardwood.
Then Davis and Downey in girls water polo. This is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports continues with our Mattress Firm Perfect Match. This week we feature a big volleyball showdown in the southern part of the section. St. Mary's won a perfect 10-0 in the Tri-City League last season. Audrey Arnado is back as the Rams' dominant outside hitter. She is very fun to watch.
She is feisty and intense. Audrey is an awesome player.
Is she spunky?
I would say spunky as well.
I hate spunk.
Okay. Well, Junior Shelby Jackson is one of Central Catholic's talented outside hitters. The Raiders are 2-2 on the year. So is St. Mary's as the two meet on Tuesday night in Stockton. It's the Raiders and Rams in this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
Brian Mueller saying hello from Stockton Tuesday night, where St. Mary's was hosting Central Catholic. Early on first set, Sophia Castillone takes care of the serve. Madison Ganaski sets it for Shelby Jackson, and she splits the defense down the middle. The Raiders trail by a point. Later in the set, Audrey Arnado manning the back line for the Rams. Mackenzie Dobbins with a quick push to Elena Williams, and the freshman slams it home. St. Mary's up 7-5. 23-15 Rams now. Megan Kagehiro digs the serve. Dobbins with another helper, this time to Ella Rishwain, who buries it. St. Mary's takes the first set 25-15. Rams rumbling in the second. Arnado back up front where she usually is because of plays like this. Big block by the senior, 13-5 St. Mary's. Set point. Sophia Marchand handles the serve. Rishwain steers it along to the big hitter Arnado for another kill. The Rams take the second set 25-14. But the Raiders fighting back in the third. Arnado with another whack at it, which usually means a point. But check out the diving dig by Emery Machado, which turns into a kill. Play of the game, and Central Catholic is up 9-7. It would stay close throughout. Rams have a potential match point at 24-22. Marchand with the sprawling dig. Dobbins to Keely Hummel, and that's the match. The Mattress Firm Perfect Match, that is. St. Mary's the winner 3-0. They are now 5-4.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way. We saw the Davis and Downey boys play earlier. Here's the girls' game. It's the Knights and Spartans on a hot Wednesday afternoon. Reese Boyette passes to Olivia Beebe, who shoots a BB into the net. Davis on top 1-0 until the closing seconds of the first quarter. Goalkeeper Lou Triller launches it across the pool to a wide-open Elizabeth Lee. Elsa sets up her shot and fires it home. Davis would hold on to the 3-2 lead at the half. And the Spartans extend that lead in the third. Georgia Beebe passes to her big sister, Olivia. Olivia grabs her second goal of the day. Davis with the 2-goal lead. Downey with control now. Avery Sanchez with a tricky pass to Abigail Miller. She has an easy shot in the corner there. It's 4-3 Spartans. And Downey with a chance to tie it up here. Miller trying to go top corner, but Triller with the thriller. A save there for the senior captain. 6.5 to go in the game. Downey takes its first lead of the night. Sanchez to Hazel Lee, and the Knights go on top 6-5. 20 seconds later, Jaden Caputi, fighting vigilantly with her defender, lobs a shot over the goalkeeper and into the goal. We are tied at 5. But Davis finds itself down by 1 with 3 minutes to go. Boyette with a great shot, but Sarah Gould is there with the save. Now the Knights are in transition. Gould up ahead to Hazel Lee. Lee making a break for it. She has room in front of her. Hazel timing her shot just right. She scores 4 times in the 4th quarter to lead the Knights to the 8-6 win over Davis. The Lee sisters with 5 goals in this one.
U.S. Army brings us the top recruit each week, shining a light on players getting lots of attention by top colleges.
This week's U.S. Army top recruit is Madison Walker from Oak Ridge Volleyball. Maddie is an outside hitter on the very talented Oak Ridge team. She has 5 offers from colleges, including a couple Division I offers. Want to be a top recruit? Find your path at GoArmy.com.
Coming up, our second game, it's the Thriller with Vista del Lago and Placer.
Then it's the girls from Liberty Ranch and Elk Grove meeting in volleyball. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We'll be right back.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we're in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Score that touchdown and run it up again. Score that touchdown and run it up again. SF9ers, we just win. SF9ers, we just win. I'm from that field, I'm from that field. 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 I'm from that field.
Electric game.
Welcome back to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, and welcome to our Sun Power Electric game here on Friday night in Folsom. We are fortunate to be playing football on a Friday night. Poor air quality in the area forced a lot of other games to be canceled. This game was iffy for a while, but the air quality got better as the day went on. We are safe and ready to play some ball. Vista del Lago hosting Placer. And these two teams are very familiar with each other. They played 2 times last year, the Eagles winning both of those matchups. But this is a much improved Hillman team, 3-0, and led by the 3-headed rushing attack of Costa Alexic, Baylor Kelly, and Jaden Suggs. Vista is 1-2, but they played a tough schedule. Junior receiver Matt Long is the catalyst for the Eagles. He's averaging more than 120 yards a game. Let's get to our Sun Power Electric game. Not a whole lot of offense in the first half, but each team playing to their strengths. Scoreless late in the first quarter. Ket buying some time. That lets Long get loose down the field, and he is gone down the sideline. The Eagles are up 6-0, and this rowdy Vista crowd is loving it. Second quarter, Hillman going to the ground. Kelly right up the gut, a 27-yard score. The PAT is good, so Placer up 7-6. That will be the score at halftime. In the third, the Hillman defense hassling Ket. Colin Bray drops the QB to kill the drive. The Hillman adding to their lead in the third. Plays have been shot better than this. Hard to see, but Joshua Craycraft finds Alexic in the end zone, and the Hillmen have the high ground, 14-6. But the Eagles answer early in the fourth. It's the Ket to Long connection. Again, the 2-point conversion will be no good, so Vista still trails 14-12. A little over 6 minutes left. Placer looking to put this game away, but on 4th and 3 at the 7, the Eagles defense holds. They get the ball back, and Vista takes advantage. Thomas Keegan finishes off the drive with a 6-yard run, and the Eagles have the lead 18-14. The Hillmen, though, they have their eyes on a comeback. It's not looking good, though. 4th and 10, 90 seconds left. Never mind, no problem for Craycraft. A perfect throw to Alexic, and he's in. 21-18 Placer with 37 seconds left, and that would be the final. So after starting 0-5 a year ago, the Hillmen are now 4-0. Here's Alexic on that final drive.
Everybody was calm, collected, and they were ready to go. Everybody was lifting each other up and persevered. Honestly, I can't even explain the feeling because last year was tough, and this year is just the complete opposite. So I really want to thank everybody on the team that's actually putting in work this year and actually believing in our team.
Reporting in Folsom, Brian Mueller, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Nick Pecoraro here with Liberty Ranch at Elk Grove on Wednesday. That's not me, that's an elk. Glad we cleared that up. Anyway, here we go. Set one. Hawk senior Maddie Trulock with the southpaw slam, and that's followed up by LR's 6'5" sophomore Rachel Smith just throwing it down from way up high. And then it's Haley Smith's turn, no relation. But Liberty Ranch looks like the Matrix. There's Smiths flying around everywhere. Sophomore Peyton Snow had her fastball working from the service line, and the Hawks take set one, 25-13. Second set. Elk Grove Jr. Hadley Gray gets things going by firing one down the line, and that's followed up by a big block from Khaleesi Taumohapai, and the Elk Grove Elk is enjoying what he's seeing. Maybe it's a she, we'll never know. But what we do know is that Rachel Smith had herself a night at the net. This block helps LR to an 8-0 run, and Snow finishes the set with another fastball, a snowball if you will. Hawks go up 2-0. To the third, Monique Tran gets into the action for the Thundering Herd, but this was a back-and-forth set. Abigail Buchanan throwing her own block party for the Hawks, but the Herd is still right there. Hadley Gray throws down a heater and gets an assist from the HVAC structure on the ceiling. We're tied up at 18. But Rachel Smith takes over for Liberty Ranch down the stretch. An easy kill here, and she follows it up with a superb sequence. She gets 2 blocks in this rally. Her hit attempt ricochets long, but she follows her shot, puts down the point. A big night for the sophomore Wednesday as the Hawks earn their 6th straight win.
Our outsides are doing amazing at this moment. Our defense is getting so much better every practice, every game. Our setter's new, and we've gained trust with our whole team so close in time, and it just came in a click.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Chloe Lemons from the Tracy volleyball team. Chloe is dominant on the court and outperforms in the classroom, sporting a 4.7 GPA, headed to NYU next season. Coming up, Woodland and Del Campo looking to improve to 2-2 on the year.
And Cosumnes Oaks and Intercom win. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports rolls along.
The Del Campo Cougars are coming off a win over Bella Vista. Senior Nash Jones scored twice in that game. The Cougars looking to win 2 in a row, facing Woodland in week 4.
The Woodland Wolves also walked away with a win last week. Running back James Thompson hoping to lead the Wolves to victory in the game played Friday night.
Garrison reporting here where the Del Campo Cougars host the Woodland Wolves on an extremely hot summer night. Let's get things started with freshman quarterback Angel Reyna handing it off to Jordan Wiley, who does a shake and bake to score a touchdown. 7-0 Cougars lead with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Then the Wolves looking to return the favor just a minute later with Carter Imbach handing off to James Thompson, who struggled off defenders to take it to the house. It was 14-7 at the half. End of the third quarter now, Reyna pitches it to Richard Johnson, who rolls into a touchdown and ties the game up at 14. Next, the Wolves are backed up at the 1-yard line. On third down, and Imbach connects with senior wide receiver Cesario Duncan for a big play to keep the drive alive. More Imbach, but this time he fakes the handoff to Ricardo Rojas and takes it himself all the way to the house, up the middle past a few defenders. As you can see, he turns on the Jets for this one. 20-14 Woodland leads with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Then Del Campo trying to tie up the ball game, but this ball gets tipped and picked off by James Thompson for a great play. The Wolves feeling like the game is over, but Imbach hands it off, and the ball is fumbled and recovered by freshman Xander Diaz, and as you can see, the Cougars are going wild for another chance. Now Reyna rolling left and launching a beautiful spiral to Antonio Martinez, and he pulls it in to tie the game at 20 with 25 seconds left in the game. Next, the extra point by Malachi Walton is perfectly down in the middle. Del Campo leads 21-20. Then the Wolves trying to make a miracle happen, but senior wide receiver and cornerback Martinez with the game-ending interception peeped the toe tap to stay in bounds, and the Cougars are pumped up and celebrating after a crazy back-and-forth game. The Del Campo Cougars win it 21-20 and improve to 2-2 on the year, winning back-to-back games. How about that for entertainment?
A pair of 1 and 2 teams matching up on Thursday night. Brian Mueller here to see it at Intercom as they host Cosumnes Oaks. Scoreless in the first until Giovanni Jorlin scores on a short TD run. 7-0 Tigers. Early second now, here comes the Wolfpack. Ranveer Malhai going down the sideline to Mason McFarland, who holds it in. A 40-yard strike, and Cosumnes Oaks ties it up at 7. Later in the quarter, the Pack looking for more points, but check out this INT It deflects off 2 players and into the stomach of Baron Taylor. Take another look at it. You can see it even goes off a foot, and they're raising the turnover anchor on the sideline. It would not lead to points, though. 4 minutes to go in the half. Wolfpack in the red zone, and it's Malhi to Isaac Duran, who just keeps his foot in bounds. The PAT would be no good, so it's 13-7. Cosumnes Oaks trying to sneak in one more score before the half, but there's Taylor again with his second pick of the game. He wound up with 3, and we head to halftime. Same score early, 4th, Tigers at the 1. It's Jorlin doing the honors again, his second score of the game. The point after is good, so Intercom has a 1-point lead. Just over 2 minutes to go. The Wolfpack eyeing a dramatic drive, but on 4th down, the Intercom defense holds. Christian Harris and James Taylor team up on the stop, and the Tigers earn a tough 14-13 win to get back to 500.
It was a great feeling, you know. I could really help my team in a positive way. You know, there's still things to improve. You know, I even gave up a touchdown, but, you know, I'm happy that we got the team win, you know, and it's just a great feeling.
It was tough, but it should have been an easier game in the beginning. We let up on a lot of penalties and stuff, but we're just going to bounce back and do better next week.
Remember, all of the game footage we shoot is available for purchase on our website. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, and we will send you the entire game digitally.
Follow us on social media for lots of fun and exciting content. Our Instagram story is a great way to keep updated on scores, news, and so much more. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter.
Coming up, we will choose the play of the week. This could be the play of the week, maybe not.
Sometimes it is, but usually not. But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin Section Top 10 football poll presented by Tracy Toyota.
We are back to announce tonight's play of the week. We will show you some contenders, and then who's the guy that comes up again?
Some wacky guy.
Yeah.
Every week. You keep letting him on there.
I know. He does a great job.
People like him. That's our madman, Mark Willis, who just celebrated his birthday a week ago.
Yep, a week ago.
Here it is, the play of the week.
Here we go. Davion Chisholm of Monterey Trail is breaking down, making the tackle, but wait! He pulls the old okey doke and rips the ball out of the runner's hands and runs it in for the score. It's the same game receiver Fatah Paloka. Great hands here and the speed with the power, breaking tackles, not 1, 2, or 3, not even 4, but I count the 5. How about the 6th tackle? And he does not go down, but he does not get in. So we have to move on. How about a Bay Area team? Sure, why not? Akalanes, Jake Baselli swings it out to Ethan Torres, and it's the Akalanes special. Trevor Hodges holds in the double pass for the score. Check out this play by Maury Machado. Digs out this laser beam and hits it over the net for the point. But we like this one the best. In comes Baron Taylor in the right place at the right time. Gets the interception. The pass is knocked around and kicked right into Taylor's gut. Dude, what a play! And that's the play of the week. Aubrey, I got nothing left. I'm out.
That's the play of the week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Braunstein. Join us next week to see how the future of one Modesto Christian football player took a sudden turn and will now likely include college football. We'll see you then.